Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Here we like to do things budget friendly, and if you are like me and have champagne taste but on a beer budget, these videos are for you. So as you can see, we have a plethora of stuff to go through today. But first we're going to do a little bit of an inspirational story time. So I'm gonna get all of this unpackaged and out of the way, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. I feel compelled to do a little bit of a story time. And it's interesting that I have to do it because I really feel like you as my audience really should know better. But my audience is 84.8% women, 66% of you live in the United States and are between the ages of 45 and 65. Which means that you are mothers of most likely young girls and young women who may be dealing with issues of body dysmorphia or not feeling like they can be who they want to be, and who are ashamed to do certain things because they're afraid of retaliation. So I just want to remind you that here, I just want to be an inspiration to others. I want to inspire you to get out of your comfort zone, try things you would have never have tried before, put on a pop of color, wear a funky pair of shoes, do something that is unique to you, and do it happily and comfortably. Be who you want to be, in essence. And follow the golden rule, okay? Let's be kind to others. We don't need to say awful things in the comment section below. If you do not like me, if you do not like my videos or the things that I present to you, you don't have to watch. Just click away and find somebody else that does speak to you. I please encourage you to do that. And if you would like to leave a comment down below, absolutely. But like Rhonda says on her channel, Hot Mess Mama, keep it cute or put it on mute. We'll have to see how long Koi can behave herself for this video because there's a lot of toys on my desk. Well, they're not toys, but she'll think they're toys, right? I'm going to go ahead and start off with some flowers. Now, Temu does have quite a bit of floral arrangements in different types. I specifically chose the ones that are for outdoor use, that are UV light resistant, weather resistant sort of plants, and they're not going to look gorgeous, beautiful, like nice silk flowers. They're just supposed to be pretty from a distance. So when we had the big C, I was out in the garden almost every day. I had the time to do it. I was potting flowers. I had vegetable garden. I had herb garden. I had everything. But when I had to go back to work, everything kind of fell into shambles, and I just have lost the inspiration to tear everything apart and start all over again. So what I ended up doing was getting a bunch of fake floral items that I can put in all of my existing pots. So here's one that I bought two of, and it comes in just one bundle, and it's like a hanging plant. And what I do have a couple of trellises that are out in my backyard that I did have floral flowers, genuine flowers, that I had that wound around, and it looked really beautiful. But I decided that I was going to try a couple of these and put these on the trellises to see if I can jazz things up. Now, of course, you have to floof them out a little bit, but these flowers, they're a little bit of a silk, but a little bit more plastic. So they're not as gorgeous as something that you would have inside where you would have temperature, humidity control. These are meant to last outside. So that's flower arrangement type number one that I picked up. I've got some that are still coming, but I did buy a bunch of these, and I bought them in a bunch of different colors. Some of them come in 10 packs, some of them come in 5 packs. So these purple ones specifically come in 10 packs, and they come in little individual spikes like this. And I got them in pink. I got them in the purple, the lavender. I got them in this kind of fuchsia shade. Yes, I believe those are all the shades that I've picked up. So they're very slightly different flowers. These look more like a lavender. And then these are, I'm not quite sure what kind of a plant that these would look like. I'm not a big plant person. The fact that I kept my garden alive for 1 year is amazing enough as it is. But I thought that I would just kind of put these as little pops of color in all of my flower pots kind of all throughout my front and my backyard, just to keep things cute and simple and not have the yard look so bland and boring as it does now that I don't have all the time in the world to just go outside and play with my garden every day. And these are plastic. So they are a clear plastic with a shade, a tinted shade in either the floral pattern or the leaf pattern. And they're supposed to be UV resistant, weather resistant, which is good for here in Minnesota because it's hot and muggy or dry and cold or raining or sunny. We get the whole gambit of weather, and so things do not like to last outside here because we have salt from the guys coming through and salting the road, and then our cars get all rusty, and it's a disaster here to try to keep anything nice because of all the different weather temperatures that we have here. And so I'm really hoping that these are going to last for at least several years. And they were very inexpensive. They didn't cost a fortune. Now, if you were to look close up at it, not the best, but it'll be nice from a distance. And that's my goal on those. So some next items I picked up are nails. Now, I've previously explained to you that I had part of a toenail removed, and then because of a lot of the extraneous work that I have done in the past doing construction and other things like that, where I drop things on my toes and so on and so forth, I've gotten toenail fungus. And interestingly enough, the podiatrist said that you don't really contract fungus or toenail fungus from tainted tools. Like if you were to go to a nail salon, that's kind of a fallacy. What it is damage done to your nail bed, which opens up the sensitivity to receive that fungus. And it's not, like I said, you don't contract it from necessarily going to a salon. So my toenails have not been something that I wanted to share in public. So I picked out a bunch of nails that I can just glue on and call it good. So I've got this pair, this pair. Now these have just the fun little bejewels on them, but I did end up picking up several that don't have the bejewels on it, but have this really kind of cool multi-color cat eye effect. So there's that shade. And these are not homemade nails. So at the bottom of them, there are the rest of the 24 pack of nails kind of down below, but they just put it in this nice plastic container. So here's another one. I just like the chromatic multi-tonal shift. And this set came in a 4-pack. So you bought it all together. They just have different tones and shades. So here's another one. And then this last one. Oh, she's gonna be a stinker today. I just know it. Now, and I also decided, well, maybe I could paint them however I wanted to paint them. So I did pick up a set of toenails that are all different shapes and sizes. and I can paint them and glue them on however I want to. And for this reason, I picked up one of these little guys. And I picked this one up a while ago, and it's just kind of been sitting here. So what this is a little magnetic plate that have these little stands, and then you take your little adhesive and you put that on the stand, and then you take your nail and you put it on the little adhesive on the stand, and you can easily paint it. You can add in your embellishments. You can do all of the things and then cure it under the UV light just like this, and then glue it onto your toes or your fingernails or what have you. And it makes it nice so that you don't have to worry about getting paint or gel or anything like that around your finger beds or your fingernail beds. So I'm gonna give that a try and see if that is going to be something that's gonna change my life or not. It was very inexpensive. It was $2.69, but then I had to order this separately for $1.38. Not too bad, but you know, maybe it'll get me in the mood to start creating my own handmade nails. And then I picked up a regular pair of stiletto nails. This is a repurchase. This is a pair that I've already picked up, and I really enjoy this set, so I did end up picking up another one. And then following along the lines of nails, I ended up getting one of these super duper nail trimmers. This is like the Hulk Hogan of nail trimmers is what I'm hoping for, because these nails, the handmade nails, are really thick in comparison to regular glue-on nails. And then also if I end up having to put some sort of top coats or gel builders on top, it just makes it even that much more thick. So I like to have these type of clippers so I can just easily clip the tip in the process of removing my nails. So hopefully that's going to also be a game changer. We'll have to see about that. Next thing I picked up was this B7000. It's a metal glue. It's supposed to work on a lot of different types of metal. So you could do this for beading projects if you're a jewelry maker. I've never particularly used anything like this, but my thought process was on all of these little rings that I get from Temu that have the stacking ability, and you've got like the 3 rings that go together in a set. My thought was, it's irritating to me how I'm constantly having to rearrange it so that they're all facing the same way and not, you know, all of the jewels on one end rotating to the other. I don't know if I'm making sense. If you get what I'm trying to say. So I thought I could use this metal glue to fuse them all together in the pattern facing upwards the way it should be all together. Kind of like what you do when you have your wedding and your engagement band and you go and you have them fused together. So that's kind of my thought on this. The next thing I picked up, which is a practical item, here's hoping, is some double-sided sticky tape. So this is like a lingerie tape that you would use if you had a shirt that had too much of an opening V-neck or something like that, and you wanted to tape it down to your skin so that it doesn't fly open. What I wanted to try to use this on is some of my strapless bras. So my strapless bras have a tendency, because I'm smaller chested, they kind of pop out and create this little shelf or this little pucker that's here. So I thought maybe I could get the double-sided sticky tape to stick it back down onto my skin and see if that will help. I don't know, fingers crossed. And the last thing I picked up, I had this brilliant idea. We like to have people over at our house, and we do like barbecues and stuff like that all the time. And we have 3 dogs, but they're little, and that means that their poops are little. And as much as we can go out there and try to clean up all the poop, it's like you need a magnifying glass to find it all, because they also do this little almost all of them do this little walk, squat, walk, squat. So it kind of is like a little poop trail. And so I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I could just buy a bunch of slides, super cheap slides in all kinds of different sizes that I could just put in a basket and call them poop shoes. So come on over to the house if you don't want your shoes ruined, grab a pair of poop shoes. And then I just clean them every time if they get full of poop. It was like a light bulb that went off in my brain, and I just thought it was a genius idea. So these were like 87 cents a piece. So very inexpensive. All of it is plastic. I mean, you could just easily hose them off with the backyard hose in order to clean them and get them ready for the next time people come over. So I picked up several in the cream color, and I picked up several in the black color, and they're unisex. So I did pick up enough for men and enough for women everybody should be able to pick a size that works for them. And that is all I have for you guys today. It seemed like a lot of stuff, but I just kind of wanted to go through everything real fast. And you know, I've got more stuff coming. I've got a nice large clothing Temu haul coming around the corner, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.